Okay, so I've had some questions again today about what's known as the internal dialogue. So when you hear voices in your head that sound like your voice, it's like the same voice that comes out of your mouth made by your vocal cords. But when your mouth is shut and you're quiet, but you hear your voice, inside your mind, um, or what if you hear like other people's voices in your mind? It's all what's known as internal dialogue. And it's quite a strange thing, this internal dialogue. Most people think that the voice they hear inside their head that sounds like them is them. Apparently, some people don't hear these voices in their head, but they get kind of the way it was described, it's like non-verbal thoughts in their head. Non-verbal, it's not in words, but they get these impressions that we might call thoughts. And what does it all mean? What it really means is that the voice that's in your head and the voice that you're producing with your mouth and your vocal cords is not you. So why? It's because if you quietly watch the thoughts that are going on, internal dialogue in your mind, or if sometimes, you intend to say something and you stumble over your words and you say something else, maybe you have a Freudian slip or you have a stutter, or something comes out of your mouth that you didn't even know you were going to say, it's because sometimes you know what you're going to say because you know in your mind that you have an intention to express whatever's in your mind out through your mouth. And is that you? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. It's like there's multiple aspects of you within this body, and it might not even be you, depending on how you look at it. If you look at the ancient Egyptians, they talked about multiple things that are part of a human. There was like a ka and a ba, and I don't know how many others. There was quite a number of different words that they talked about for, I don't know if they were spirit and soul and body, but they had all these different words. So the ancient Egyptians knew that we're not just one thing. But I would say that what you are and not what I'm talking. What I'm talking is I usually say it's, I don't know I used to say it was a spirit that, but I'm not sure that's even true. It's a different aspect, the one that talks. And the internal dialogue in your head is another thing. But at least what the one is, that started this whole examination of what's going on with the body, it really is an awareness of all these other voices and thoughts. Just the awareness. It's not a creator. It's not creating words. I mean, you might say, well, I always create words. If you really meditate and you find that you're aware of the words that come out your mouth or in your mind, you're aware of them. And Eckhart Tolle, the spiritual teacher, would tell you that you're identified with the voice. But if you really focus and watch, be quiet and watch what words come into your mind, what voices come into your mind, or what's really weird is when you finally discover that you can be in awareness of what's going on and that your mouth will start moving and talking all on its own, yes, then, if you're the awareness, then all this other stuff is going on using your body, and it could be disturbing. It might make you laugh. It might make you go, what the hell? Why is it taking me so many years to figure out that I'm the awareness and I'm not even the body and I'm not the mind? How did we all get it so wrong? Why weren't we taught this when we were children? Because the teachers that taught you were stupid. They were stupid. They didn't know this. This is really, someone says, yes, it's exclusive information. We have a lot more spiritual teachers like Eckhart Tolle around today. Tolle, I don't know how you pronounce his last name. But he was on Oprah many years ago. And The Power of Now, Stillness Speaks, and A New Earth are three of his books. And yeah, they don't teach you, never taught me this when I was young. It wasn't until I started reading a lot of, like self-help kind of books that I started to follow what the teacher says. And then this is really weird. And you can't talk to, at least, when a lot of these books first came out, you couldn't talk to other people about it because they would go, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And maybe you need to seek help. You need to go see a psychiatrist. I mean, that's what you would hear over and over and over again. And even today, there's a lot of people that don't read self-help books and they don't watch self-help videos on YouTube, and they're the ones we call the unawake. If you're awake, at least sometimes that you are the awareness of your thoughts and your voice and all the other people. You're aware of all this stuff, and you become aware that it's like you're glued to this body, but the body isn't even you, because you'll get to the point where you'll start noticing that the body starts doing things on its own, especially if you wait and you don't force it. You just wait, meditate and wait and wait and wait, and lo and behold, your body will start doing things. Sometimes this voice that comes out of here that you think is Bob, it's not me. This voice is, it's using the body to talk to you. Isn't it you? No. If you really become a good meditator and you follow all the practices, you realize you're aware, and your awareness, it sometimes seems like it's behind the body. Sometimes it seems like it's, in your head. And then, if you move your attention around your body, and when you could feel attention in your feet and things, but you're aware of all this stuff. But if you're the awareness, then you're not what you were aware of, and you're aware of the body. So you're not the body, and you're not the mind that talks, the internal dialogue. So it becomes, perplexing. I mean, what the heck is a human? If all I am is aware, and everyone are walking around pretending that they are the one that's talking and that they're the body doing the things, yeah, it's I said it was perplexing, and it's something you want to keep coming back to. You want to try it again. You go, sit quietly and see what thoughts are going to come through your head. And then, we were trained when we were school children to go and, these are your thoughts. So, you should, write them down or talk about them. But then you become sort of a person who has verbal diarrhea, and it takes a bit of time before you have control over, I have a thought in my head, should I say it or not? Is this going to upset somebody? Or I don't really feel like getting into a conversation with it. And then someone's going to ask, well, if you are awareness, can you expand your awareness and become the one who moves the body and who talks things? It's like, your awareness is so glued to your body, you can't escape your body, except if you're asleep and you're dreaming. Then dreaming becomes a whole new thing too, because you wake up and your awareness, you were aware of all these things going on in your dreams. I only tell you all this stuff because it's worth studying for yourself. And then you're going to go, it's really weird to be human.